Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are playing some more Civ 6. Rather, we were watching the AI play some Civ 6. So, if you missed the last episode, it got really interesting because Cynthia is doing really well in the religious victory. They potentially have a shot to win it. They only need to convert both Greece and India, and then they'll have the religious victory. The downside is both Greece and India have their own custom religion, so it seems somewhat unlikely that, you know, they're basically not going to be able to just flip them that easily, I guess. You know, where flipping Rome wasn't hard because Rome didn't really care about religion. Now, what is rather interesting about that is we've actually seen, and we might as well go ahead and start the automation. We actually saw a couple of these Greece cities actually already turn to, oh, nope, she flipped them back. She ended up flipping them back. Okay, so these two cities here were both Taoism, which is Cynthia's religion. So we'll have to see how that works. And the fact is, they are actually losing their religion. Can we get this map mode up without screwing the game? Yeah, you can see there is a ton. Doesn't look like you're flipping, but you are facing a lot of pressure. You're also, man, all of these cities in the center are flipping. And so really all she needs to do is start putting pressure over here, and then these guys are going to flip really quickly, and then she can go focus in on her home base, on Gorgo's home base. Is Cynthia going to be smart enough to do that? I don't know. Greece finished a wonder. I think it was, yeah, the Colosseum. We saw that one going up. Now, the thing is, we're only at like 100 turns left, so there's not that much of the game left. I'm definitely going to do online speed next time we do this too as well, just so we can get a little bit further in the game. I mean, because we're not even with like planes and space yet, and there's still like 100. Well, okay, I guess the turns are based on your speed, so sure, I guess they're in the right spot when it comes to that. Still, I feel like I would much rather see them rolling around with tanks right now. And we can always extend the game, do like 500 turns, but then have online speed, so that most of the game is spent battling with mechs. Also, one thing to note is, why do you still have quadrants, Greece? India ended up building a bunch of naval units last episode, so his army is about as powerful as Gorgo. Gorgo does have infantry now. Okay, so she might have jumped ahead again when it comes to power. We'll see how that continues. I imagine most everyone is probably at war with Greece. We'll stop the automation here in a couple of minutes and we'll take a look and see. But because she's so far ahead in score, I'm anticipating most everyone's going to be actually at war with her. We do need to be careful and probably play the last couple turns ourselves so we can actually trigger the endgame screen, because the problem is if you just let the automation go, it just usually keeps going past 500. It would go indefinitely. I don't know if like killing everyone else would actually stop it. As far as I know, the only time I've ever seen the automation actually trigger the end screen, actually I've never seen the automation trigger the end screen, is what I was going to say. So still not entirely sure why the bombard is not able to do any damage on the walls. Also feel like the walls aren't able to do any damage. So the only thing I can think of is maybe there's graphical errors and it's just not showing up the walls falling. Although we have seen the walls go down in HP a couple times. But like none of these walls right now are taking any damage. Like, so for pretty much the last 100 years, all of these free cities have been at max level walls. So I don't know if there's a bug. I don't know if it's a visual bug or if these cities are just impossible to take right now. Which, you know, could be a thing. Part of me wants to hop in as India and then just declare war on Greece just for the hell of it. So Mycia, you're still losing religion. Where did your prophets go? Your apostles, rather. You had like 4 apostles, so what did you do with them? You still have one over there. I really hope she didn't waste them down here, because she's fine down there with the religion. Alexander also was Taoism, so that was fine. So we do have Cumae and Neapolis. Both of them are Tao. Yeah, see, Greece is still trying to, yeah, she's trying to keep her cities right now. You can see, oh, there's a bunch. She has a bunch of apostles here. So that actually might have been what happened to Cynthia's apostles, is they might have been killed. Get some religious war going. Now, the funny thing is over here, India, they have a single apostle right now. They don't have that many troops. They're actually trying to convert Athens, it looks like. Oh, no, she's not having it. She immediately just brought all of her apostles in that direction. Okay. We got a couple more being popped up by Cynthia. I'm secretly at this point hoping for a religious Cynthia victory. I don't think it's going to happen. I really think Gorgo has just had this game pretty much wrapped up since episode 1. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Rome has probably been, once again, the most disappointing because, A, he got completely overrun by barbarians in the first episode. Then he was doing really, really good, but was just never able to actually take any of these cities. And still, he lost all 3 of his, like, forward-facing cities over here and has not been able to take them back. Rome declared war on Scythia. Greece made peace with Rome. But why? Confused by that. Why would you declare war on Scythia, of all people? You're not even really in position to fight each other. Okay, so Alexander had his entire navy over here not too long ago. Now they're all over here against Alexander, or against Rome. I don't know if he's planning on invading Rome or declaring war. The downside is frigate versus quadrime. Like, yeah, I would much rather be Rome in this situation. Lots of frigates, in fact. Now the fact that Greece has infantrymen, also Greece has still been bleeding out over here, so I really wonder if she's thinking about declaring war on India. But I'm wondering with these infantrymen if she's going to be able to grab some of these free cities. Probably not. Greece finished another wonder. Let's see if we can find it. We have the worthless Petra. She got a national park now. Here we go. Which one's this one? The mausoleum. Was that the one she just finished, though? Because she was working on that one quite a while ago. If she just finished it, it's kind of disappointing then. She's actually... Oh, those are great admirals. I was like, she has freaking battleships now. It's sad when your great admiral's running around with a battleship and you don't... you aren't using battleships. Nope, she got the Big Ben. That's what she built. Okay. Gosh, these center cities are so good. Is she working coal? No, she actually built the entertainment complex over the coal. So she might have coal then. She also built a mine on the uranium. I don't think... Oh, that's jade. Never mind. Never mind. She is working mercury over here. And we have coal here that she's not working. Also, she's not working the oil. So we can infer that she doesn't have oil yet, and I don't know if she has the coal tech yet. We could try trading with her and see if she would be willing to trade it, and then we could go from there. Rome. Remember when you were actually doing good and you had a bunch of cities? Yeah. Are we still in the industrial era? We should be in the modern era at this point, but I don't know that we actually are. We're currently in the modern era. Okay. 3 turns and then we're in the atomic era. So currently in a normal age, and then Gorgo's in a dark age. So pretty sure Gorgo's probably going to come through this okay. I did want to trade. We have niter and we have iron. Yo, hi, Gorgo. I know you hate me. Do you have... She doesn't have coal. Maybe it just doesn't show up. It might not actually show up in that list because I don't have the text. So I don't know if I could really say that. We're actually currently researching coal. So 27 turns. God. 44 science. Ugh. Even 91 science at this point in the game is pretty trash. They should be at like 200 something. Well, okay. We are playing on Prince difficulties. So that makes sense. Yeah, like... Really, if you're playing this game and you play on lower difficulties, it's not hard to get 91 science by the atomic era. Like, geez, that is terrible. Let's actually see how many science districts do we have? So we have, it looks like 1, Patna. Yeah, we have 1 science hub right now. All right, I mean, I guess that works. As for everything else, religious. She was at 28 cities before, so she actually lost one of her cities. 66, 129. Gorgo's actually getting more per turn as well. And Greece, man, Greece is up there in this culture victory. 56 and 145, so they're a third of the way there. At least in this one. Because I think you have to have this, right? To achieve, you must attract visiting tourists by generating a high amount of... Victory is achieved when you attract more visiting tourists than any has domestic. So she needs 145, she has 56. So she's a third of the way there. Okay. I still think it's going to be score victory at this point. Because we're only like 70 turns away, 80 turns away. Probably going to be next episode will be the last one. I just don't see us... I don't see us going the rest of the way this episode for sure. 80 turns left. I think we can do it next episode. I don't really want to do a third episode that's like 10 turns long. So yeah, we'll probably end up trying to just finish it off next episode then. So... potential victories I see right now are probably score. That's probably A1. That's probably the most likely one to happen. Culture victory would probably be A2. And then I would say religious victory would be like C3. Like, I just don't see this one happening. Because she still has to flip some pretty heavy cities right now. I think she could flip India. I really do. Because India doesn't get that much faith. And I wonder what her bonuses are. Because if she has the bonuses that gives her more faith for foreign cities that are following her religion, she could really benefit from flipping India. The problem is I'm not seeing too many apostles right now. I think her apostles are going up here and probably just straight dying. You can see Confucianism is actually holding out for the most part now. Taoism's still there. Taoism, we still have Taoism. Anzo's actually losing its Taoism, though, which is kind of weird, because it's completely surrounded by Taoism, except, I guess there's a Hindu, Hong Kong. Yeah, still. I guess the biggest question that we need to ask ourselves, before the end of the game, is someone going to be able to take over Anzo, Kume, or Oripium? Or Nepopolis. Jeez, I can't say that one. Now, their combat strength actually went down. Now it's only 58. But they still don't have units to take them out. And they don't have musketmen or infantrymen, where we still have a lot of Gorgo infantrymen. I'm actually kind of surprised how few people are actually declaring war on Greece at this point in the game. Mostly because usually if you're running away with score, you're going to have everyone in the game declare war on you. Ulm is still sitting there untaken. You know what's really interesting? So the Free Cities actually built Renaissance walls. Because when this city first flipped, it didn't have any walls. Now it's up to Renaissance walls. So apparently Free Cities actually build buildings? I did not know that. There you go. Usually if there's a free city in my game, it flips pretty quickly. Either by me trashing it and taking it over, or, you know, someone else going and taking it over, or just flipping naturally. Man, I wonder how this game would have been differently if this wasn't Rise and Fall rules. I'm not saying Greece won because of that, because Greece was already running away pretty heavily. But if none of these cities would have flipped because of the loyalty issues, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this one's a Roman city. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cities would still be Scythia's. They wouldn't have any additional faith. They would have a little more additional faith, but still, I don't know. And then you also figure, too, that cost is only Greece's because it flipped and then they came and conquered it. And this is actually one of the best cities just because of all these resources that are smack dab here in the center of the map. It still doesn't appear like they have any of the oil mined. I don't know if they have the coal mined either. I mean, now there's coal right there and it's not being worked, so... I would assume she probably doesn't have that tech. And we can infer that she probably doesn't have that tech either because she doesn't have any ironclads. We still don't have any ironclads over here besides the one we got from a free admiral. You don't have any modern units at all. You also don't have any modern units, although you actually have bombards now, so congratulations. And then you don't have any modern units either. This is, I guess, part of the problem, too, of playing on lower difficulty levels, is they're so far behind. Like, there's only 70 turns left right now, and they barely have infantrymen. I guarantee you, if we were in the game right now, we would have nukes, planes, tanks, and probably maybe even mechs at this point. Because usually, I'm trying to think how late you actually max out the tech. It's usually, like, right around this time you max out tech. Okay, so there's about 70 turns left. We should probably take a quick pause again. And let's, like, take a quick look once again at the score. See if anything's changed. Yeah, let's look at culture. So she's at 66. So it looks like it's going to be a score victory then. And it's not even close. Not even close. Who are you at war with? You're only at war with Tomras. Interesting. She has an alliance with Rome? What? They're both warlike nations. Wow, they fought a war forever and now they're allies? Well, okay. Wait, I am looking at the right one, right? I'm not looking at Alexander. Yeah, what the heck? Dang, okay, well, there you go. As for overall victory, Greece is 39 techs. Everyone else is 39 techs, which doesn't really make sense because she's making tech quicker than anyone else, but all right. I think we're pretty far behind, though. I can't read us because of the thing doesn't hover over properly. We got a culture victory we already know about, and then I want to look at domination. You're at 1,200 troops. You're at 2,000 troops. Alexander, what the heck? India was 1,700. Dude, Gorgo's actually fallen behind in troops. I'm not saying that's going to matter because they can't apparently break through walls, so this is the only thing I'm going to say that I dislike about, and this is why maybe I want to go on online speed. I just feel like at a certain point when you autoplay it, they just all kind of, I want to say, get content. The AI just doesn't bother advancing anymore. And maybe it's the lower difficulty that the AI is like programmed to have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities or something like that. And then once they have it, they're just kind of like, all right, we're not going to push any further. I don't know. We are rolling with the AI Plus mod, which is supposed to make them a little more aggressive. And, you know, maybe that's why you have 2,000 troops right now, but I don't know. Are you going to go declare war on Rome? They do have an alliance, and she doesn't like Alexander. The only potential way we actually see, I think, Gorgo losing at this point is if everyone else teams up on her. But I just don't see that happening. It seems like a little too late, especially if 50 turns. Like, there's no way she's going to lose that much score in 50 turns. She's also so much culture right now. So much culture. Probably it's because of all those wonders she built. Now, if I hopped in the game right now as India, you think we could actually take her on and win? I doubt it. I doubt it. I think at this point in the game, like I'm behind in science, so I couldn't like sneak out a science victory. There's only 60 turns left, so that wouldn't really give me much opportunity to catch up in score. And we'd have to immediately declare war and fight her. And yeah, there's no way we're declaring war and beating back her infantry right now. So Cynthia and Rome made peace. Not that it mattered, because I don't really know why they were at war with each other, because there wasn't really much either could do against each other. So there you go. You did grab the Potato Palace for at least a little more culture, but I mean, the only thing that's helping is it's keeping Gorgo, it's making it harder for her to actually win the game through a cultural victory. But like I said, I don't think that's actually going to happen anyways. You still don't have coal. Did we end up picking our coal up? Did we end up having coal to pick up? Our coal is probably over here somewhere. I don't see coal. Maybe it's under the city. I don't know. There should be coal over here somewhere because she has coal right there. So if she has coal right there, then it's probably under one of these districts. Uranium's under that one. So that means coal is right under that one. Yeah, so India doesn't even have access to coal. That sucks. I mean, I guess that's the downside of the Snowflake map. So I guess if you're playing the Snowflake map, first city, there. Second city, smack dab in the middle. And then go back your... actually, if you could just get the entire middle, you'd have enough cities there to basically prevent... I mean, that's the thing, especially with Rise and Fall. If you could put a bunch of cities down in the center before anyone else actually expands out in that direction, you would have so much population here that any city that gets put on like these the corners or these arms would potentially flip because they would have a lot of cities pushing against them. But I don't know. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap up this episode here. Next episode will be the last one, and it definitely appears that it's going to be a Gorgo victory. I don't see anything else happening. There's 53 turns left. It looks like they're still only at 3 of 5, or no, they're at 2 of 5 now. Who did they lose? They lost Rome. Wow. And yeah, she's down to 26 cities. Dang it! Dang it! We were doing so well. It looks like Gorgo actually started sending a bunch of apostles that way. But anyways, hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, show your support. I will see you guys next time. Later.